Good morning. Hey, we're on already.
Woo,
Happy Monday. A few minutes late, but we're here.
We are live. Yeah. Well, stormy weather.
Stormy weather.
And in reality, I still don't know how to work the touch screen properly. It has this weird security thing where I'm signed in on some stuff and not signed in on other stuff.
All right. Well, happy birthday weekend. How was it?
Oh, thank you. Well, first off, Friday. Dude, thank you for participating.
Well, so what's funny is I knew I was going out to the lake because we had this charity thing. And me and Kat had an idea. Like, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to just sneak in. He gets up early. So I was like, we'll sneak in. We'll get into the studio at like 6 and like drop off like balloons. And I was like, he doesn't eat any like candy. Like, I can't get him like a nothing but cake. Yeah. And so I was like, we're going to bring it up and drop it off. And like, I don't know, a few hours later, Ashley called me and was like, hey, we're gonna go surprise Rick. And I was like, hell yeah. And so dude, it's funny, you got a lot of people independently thinking about how to make you have a good day. So that's always good. Got to be doing something right.
My mind has not recovered from all of that. And kudos to Ashley. Mm-hmm. She is the best pro wrestling swerve as far as totally had me.
Oh yeah, I watched it back from like because I was like I want to see what they were talking about.
Yeah. You know, because like shout out to Austin. It was his birthday as well.
Yeah,
as well as Sean Stevens and Kimberly Woodard with Ebby. So we had. I'm talking about, I got a message from Sean, whatever. And then Ashley's like, oh, so it's your birthday? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Birthday, I didn't know it was your birthday. And then what's also excellent, she's like, well, I'm a terrible person, so I forget that sort of thing. So I'm like, me too.
Yeah, which she definitely is not a terrible person. That's so funny.
And then we're going live and just, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's a battle royal. Yeah. And it just blew my mind.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
And then what Wayne sent, it was like, holy shit! I can't.
Oh God, how do you top Wayne? Wayne said this like heartfelt. If you guys weren't watching on Friday, Wayne said this like deep, heartfelt, like brought tears to everybody's eye message.
I'm like, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah. It was like, you're the person that I needed that I didn't know I needed.
Right.
And like,
I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, let me send this to my ex-wives.
Yeah. Somebody loves me.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, it got better. Yeah.
So, did you do anything else over the weekend?
No, I just went down the rabbit hole. Okay, so tomorrow is the Giant AI forum panel summit or whatever. It's all day for KW Go, and so I'm infinitely interested and fascinated. And I think I log. Actually, let's see screen time. I spend an inordinate amount of time on GPT on a daily basis, and so let's see if I actually pull up my screen time. It's probably somewhere in the 4 to 6 hours a day. And let's see. So see app website activity. I've already been on for 40 minutes this morning.
Okay. And is that all kicking tires on stuff? Are you doing your own research?
I actually have part of it is like a narrative stream of consciousness, like almost like what a journal would be if somebody were to actually like write in a journal, which that's not me. And then I also have any thought, because we were talking about it last week, where it was like, okay, any thought that I have now, and this kind of ties into the whole geo thing that they'll be talking about tomorrow, where you take SEO, which is search engine optimization, and you have geo, which is generalized and optimization, and it is, well, I want GPT to Google for me.
Yeah,
and
essentially,
like, yeah,
or just to synthesize all my Google search, right?
Yes. Oh, and then yesterday I had breakfast with Investor Jerry, and so like you and Jerry are cut from the same cloth politically. And now I'm Switzerland, and in reality I don't care, but I do enjoy poking the bear and just having a wrestling match. And so one of the things I use GPT for in that instance is I want a verbatim transcript of what was said by who and when, because as we know, well, I mean, we're both video editors. Yeah. It's like you can make shit look and sound.
Yeah, I can make you look like an asshole if I want to.
Yeah, exactly.
You give me enough footage, I can make you look however I want.
And speaking of that, I got one where it's like, oh, now it'll be automatic. Now I can just type stuff and be an asshole, and it'll make it. So that's some of the stuff that I use it for. So and I know you're off in it. And
oh yeah. I'm using large language Why can't I talk this morning? Large language models in general have replaced my search activity, right? So instead of prompting Google, I'm prompting ChatGPT, or I'm using the built-in like Gemini and like some of those. Yeah. So like I do like, and I
also don't trust Google to have their AI kind of interfacing with where the ad auctions are. It's like,
and
really?
By the way, it's not perfect. So remember that ChatGPT is not always right,
No.
and you need to go look at the links and the sources provided, or at least be prompting your ChatGPT to provide you with the websites and resources. So when you see something, you can click on that link and go and dig a little deeper than what it's going to give you.
Show your work.
Show your work. Yeah, it does not absolve you of responsibility to like actually make sure the stuff you're pitching is correct. You still have to go.
I get so pissed at GPT because it defaults to what they call assistant mode.
Yeah, super nice.
Yeah,
hey,
super
buddy,
nice.
That's a great idea, Tiger. Way to go, sport. Like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and you're like, I just told you the dumbest thing I've thought all day long, and you're telling me it's amazing, and you're giving me like, oh, do you want more of this, or how about we update this, or how about we project out what it'll do?
Yeah.
And so part of my takeaways on the whole thing at the moment is a lot of it's just junk. It's just bullshit.
It will if you got a bad idea, it will make you feel really good about that bad idea.
Right.
Like, I mean, and that's really we need just like what is it like an old Jewish grandmother like type of thing.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah,
why you want to do that?
Yeah, I can't do the voice.
Why you want to do that?
Yeah.
Who
Bad
told
idea.
you that?
Yeah. We need more of that.
So one of the things, of course, now if you see online, the robots are going to take over. There'll be a clone version of you, and it'll do this, that, and the other thing. So I've been very interested. You know, we were talking earlier, and you're saying like, take the live feed that isn't me off of my thing, so people don't see like, oh, Tanner's live, and hey, that's not Tanner. So in that, I was like, okay, well, what could we do with just the absolute shit tons of content that we create, and also kind of mix it up where it's not just the same talking heads constantly. And so one of the things I started to do was, okay, what is actually able to be done and capable in the moment of, hey, talk to text. Okay, well, most of it is trash. And so like I started experimenting over the week or the weekend. And so one of these was invideo.ai.
Okay.
And so I took a transcript.
Not NVIDIA.
Not NVIDIA. Yeah,
Very different.
not the
Not chips.
Yeah, not the chip people. Invideo.ai. Advertised, even Grok endorsed it. And it was like, and then the other thing inside of GPT is Sora. And Sora is this thing like, oh, if you want a raccoon riding a dinosaur, totally kick-ass. It's awesome. Or if you like want Elvis in a UFO,
Got it.
on board. But it purportedly also would do talk to text. And so I took a transcript of Teresa's interview, and somehow or another, we went right into the uncanny valley, and it gave me this stock footage hallucination nightmare that it's like...
It sounds like a Zelda opening or something. Like
it's an 8-bit video game with music in like 30-frame video slowed down.
Leadership and organizational health.
And that's not Teresa, and that's not her guest. And it all of a sudden took the transcript and morphed it into something that never existed. And then just this, like I said, this random slowed down. Like, what is this? So,
would not recommend.
So the Sora aspect of GPT, if you're actually wanting it to do work, 3 out of 10 would not recommend. And then, so that's where GPT gave me now GPT was very handy in giving me the layout of what to do, and it just didn't produce the AI in video. It was like not good. And then we got some there. So here's a selection of, I love, so Firefly, as you know, if you pay the whatever it is, $70 a month for Adobe, they will literally stuff your PC with every app known to man. I do like the Firefly AI as far as Adobe.
Firefly, because including me, I'm not always up to date. So Firefly is ChatGPT is OpenAI,
yes,
which most people are familiar with,
yes.
and we use ChatGPT like we use Kleenex for a tissue.
Yes,
right? Like a lot of people say ChatGPT type of thing. But Firefly is Adobe's product.
Yes. So inside of or running parallel with Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, Lightroom, and all that stuff is Firefly, and Firefly is really cool as far as like making stuff out of whole cloth just based on a text prompt. And because it's made by Adobe and it has all of the different aspects of what you would do as far as photoshopping. Do you want it to be like line art? Do you want it to be like, ooh, no, we want it to be like animated style.
Stylistically, in the style of The Simpsons, or in the style of...
And it's a little more broad brush, but because it wants it to be like a complete and total blanket effect. So it'll do stuff though, like it'll say photorealistic, but it gives it that sort of depth and shading and 3D, but it's clearly not.
It's not a photo.
It's not a photo.
Okay.
But for example, whenever we did the events earlier this year, I would do the basic ideas of
like motion graphics.
Yeah,
like
the motion
really good
graphics.
motion graphics
Inside of Firefly, and like there, I think the prompt was like retro rocket 1950s sci-fi.
Okay.
And so the idea there is I would take those, and because everybody always talks about, oh, your marketing and this, that, and the other thing. And okay, well, marketing is many different aspects. And so like there for a horizontal, I mean, like, dude, that looks cool from just like a single sentence or even a sentence fragment. And then I would...
Well, let's talk about what you used to have to do.
Oh,
right?
my God.
Like you're like, hey, I want motion graphics to just be playing in a loop at my event, right? Of like it's launched, so I want the rocket launch ship to be playing like little 30-second thing. To get that thing to be made, we got to hire a production company that can create like is using probably Adobe After Effects and a lot of different higher end tools.
Illustrator, then After Effects, and creating vector
hundreds
graphics.
of dollars to come back for this little like 30-second rolling clip. And now just what? This maybe a year ago, it was like that was how you'd have to do it because we'd have to do it too.
Yeah. Well, and
now it's just like, please make me a rocket ship falling. You know, and like it just all of a sudden spits it out. It's just
mid-century
amazing.
modern rocket ship blasting over the moon. That was the prompt.
Yeah.
And there you go. And like previous to this, you would have had Fiverr would have been the next best thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And
I mean, literally Fiverr, Upwork, one of those outsourcing.
So like all of our animated
freelancers.
logos and all the stuff here, by and large, especially the studioUSA, I drew it by hand with a the what do you call it, the stylus and the tablet. I drew it by hand, and then it had somebody on Fiverr make a vector graphic, and then I had somebody else animate the vector graphic. So it was like three people.
Steps. Yeah, 3 people had to touch
people were
this
involved
thing.
to have that logo.
And that's not that long ago, right?
No.
Like, and the
3 years.
The media company had to hire out, do this, and now something that can be done like at a computer, anybody.
3 years.
Yeah.
And so then I would do different iterations, and then the idea being I would take the animated bit and I would put it into Canva. And then now...
So now we got some motion graphics here.
So now I'm doing all of these inside of Canva over top of the Firefly, where I was just like, you know what? Because when the graphic was too busy behind the thing,
everything starts moving, you stop being able to read everybody's name and stuff. Yeah,
and because I know if I scroll past something and all of a sudden it's like a 10-car pileup, like I don't know what that is. I just don't want to look at it anymore. So that is one of the best things that I've had, where Firefly is excellent for just the graphics, and then taking that, importing it in, because it'll do it in a very small file, 7 megs.
Yeah.
Import that, it's high res, import that into Canva, and then monkey around and put your graphics over top of it.
That works. So I've been using Dolly. I didn't realize we could do motion graphics through Firefly, so I'm learning here. I've been using Dolly through ChatGPT as my kind of image generate some ideas. A lot of like times when I'm looking for like placeholders for like a slide deck or something. I'm like, I'll have it spit something out so it gives me kind of an inspirational thing to look for.
And so Doll-E is where the Winning Women's Wednesday logo came from, as well as yeah, exactly. And like, okay, there again, it's hilarious. And I went back and course corrected, but I thought, okay, cool. I did the exact same sequence of events. Graphic ideas in Dolly, and this was like version 1.0.
Yeah.
And then send it to Fiverr. Somebody makes a vector graphic out of it, and then somebody else animates the vector. But then you're sending it over to Parts Unknown. They don't know that there's not 3 N's in winning.
Yeah, they can't spell.
Right.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And so, that thing went for a year.
Yeah.
Behind
it. Yeah, we had, before we caught it, Winning Women's Wednesday said winning, WINNING. One thing that most of these large language models, I'm going to stop using that.
Yeah, LLM.
After you met the LLMs are, can do, or that I guess they struggle with is text and numbers.
Yes.
Right?
Because they don't actually see what they've made.
Yeah.
That's the big drawback, because you could say like, oh, hey, correct the spelling on X. Oh, and then it shoots out something that Y is jacked up.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, in iterations, it doesn't remember what it made, which is
that's tough. Yeah. When
which
you're like,
also
do that again.
Sucks.
When I was building some of our icons for our different packages within the backend CRM.
I like that.
And those are pretty cool, but to get them to look similar, right, and have because it just completely forgets. Like, I forget what I did, and it's like, okay,
God, and that's one of the things that really pisses me off with OpenAI, with GPT, is that it's not actually a computer. It's predictive analytics. So it won't remember what it did a half an hour ago unless you specifically go back
specifically to like look
and
back.
And then the other thing is when you close it out and open it up again, it's like a brand new day. And everything you ask it, it's like, this is the first time you've ever asked that. Well, let's look.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, this is like the 17th time in a row that we've done iterations of this, and you're pissing me off. So I will literally.
My projects help me there a little bit. So when you open a project and you have the ability to like prompt and tell you like, hey, everything that I ask within this thread pertains to this, and I want you to behave like this, and I'm gonna ask questions like this. And I have some that are really stupid. It's like that have dumb rules where it's like whenever I put a number in, just a number in one of my projects, it's like whenever I put a number in, I want you to convert it to Colombian pesos. I had a whole thread,
right
like
on.
Colombian pesos to dollars because we were just in Colombia, and like so I had my ChatGPT thread that was helping me with a lot of stuff from like language, and I could take a picture and it could read and translate all sorts of stuff.
It is actually, that's one thing a lot of folks don't know is that it will OCR. It will do character recognition, and which is huge. I mean, it is like unbelievable because. Well, I even like the sandals I have on my feet. I was like, find me more of these. And I said, I think I got them at Kohl's. And then boom, it came up with like 5 different ones. And then somebody sent me, I can't remember what it was, but it was a photo of a lady in a stylish thing or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, I love this thing. Da, 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 da. And it was like literally I uploaded it to a screenshot of Instagram, put it in there, and it's like, oh, it's this bag, it's these shoes, it's this. And I'm like, holy shit. You know, that's super helpful.
It really, Kat uses it for her plants all the time. So if like a plant's happy or not happy, she takes a picture of it and they'll tell her like what it's probably lacking and what you need to do. There's
that's rad.
There's apps out there that have kind of synthesized that in a way that looks like really nice and fun,
right?
Where you like categorize your plants and stuff. But she just takes a picture and she's like, "What's going on with my, my pothos?" And it'll be like, "Well, it looks like it hasn't had enough sunlight on the left side, and you need,
Dude,
or you
that's
need more,
killer.
you need more whatever." Ingredient. I don't
like
know.
nitrogen.
I'm not a botanist. So
I just know nitrogen.
I know. Yeah. Like literally, watering is about as much as I'm trusted with.
Right.
I can water-ish.
But I'm not even
plants.
that. I just know the abstract. There's nitrogen in fertilizer somewhere. I know that.
Yeah. Sorry, we're getting off track again.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that is like the most handy is of course the Opus clips.
Yeah.
Where I mean it literally will take, and so that's a screenshot, but it will literally take long form content and chop it into bite-sized nuggets, you know? And the site also allows you to edit, which is, it's not time consuming from the standpoint of in and of itself in the moment, but when you have 34 clips.
Yeah. So shavings make a pile.
Yes.
You start, I can do one of these. It takes me 2 or 3 minutes. And then you're looking down the barrel of 100 of them and you're like, oh.
Well, I mean, just like whenever Pam came in, it was like she did 3 different things and there were 104 clips. And out of that 104, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, let's just be super conservative and say 53% of them are awesome right out of the gate. Well, that leaves a lot that are kind of need to be massaged, you know? And now I'm sure that will probably increase high content or high quality content will increase over time as it gets better.
Yeah.
But man, there are some dogs. So let's see here. Let's go to Mike. So, okay. So this one is another one.
Welcome to the Upside
Podcast.
I'm
Thekisa. So Teresa Flood is who this is.
So that's not Teresa. And again, back to the text. Our owners shined. Success. Share, follow.
Whoa.
And it went to this weird. So it took the teaser for the podcast and it tried to do its own teaser. And there it would really, I was really only trying to see like, okay, what would it do out of the vertical if I put this in here? And it just made this Frankenstein thing that was like, oh my God, what is this? And it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know? And like, what's funny is like, this thing is probably, I don't know, $30 a month or, you know, and then here's one.
by learning something new. I mean,
I actually took the audio in an M4A file, dropped it in, and
it really likes to do like tight portraits.
Yes,
AI portraits.
it's really doing these portraits, and then it does the Ken Burns gimmick. Now, it actually used her audio and pretty much subtitled.
Good enough captions.
Yeah, good enough. But like here, then it switches to a weird animated, like digital comic book style. Then it just, none of this has anything to do with what she's saying.
All of the things that I didn't know.
I don't know what to do with that. It's like,
UNICEF is about to pop up.
Yeah, that is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like there were a handful of not good, and then I think and then now Wayne and I will use stuff like this where it's generated and I think that I'll have to double check because Canva AI, it will take your text and actually distribute it or whatever, but you're telling it what to put in there, and it gives you the editing capability. So that's great for stuff like this. And, but the clear-cut winner of all things was this ridiculous, and it's not fantastic by any stretch, but for the money and for the time involved, and that I did it on the phone, just with the gimbal. I used the gimbal as a tripod. Is come on.
Why does it want to play?
I don't know.
I was just watching this.
Right.
Back it up, bring it back. Well,
we're going to download it.
Okay, that's fine. So this is similar. This is a talking head version where you recorded yourself saying a lot of, like, reading a script, and then it takes that and turns you into an AI avatar, right?
Yes.
And we've seen Corey promote this a lot. And if you follow Corey at random, you'll see a lot of like news events. Actually, he's got a lot of different pages because there was a page that hit me yesterday that I was like, how the hell am I seeing this? And I went to like unfollow, and I was like, do you want to unfollow Corey? And I was like, this is Corey? Something about Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's testing all this stuff, right?
So this took all of about 5 minutes on the Captions app. And
this touchscreen caption feature is a game changer.
it doesn't make me look like my teeth are capped.
It's simple, practical, and effective.
Oh, yeah.
It's changing how we interact with devices, making them more accessible and user-friendly. This caption tool is a genuine leap forward, not just another fad. It's the future, right at your fingertips.
Nice.
Not bad.
So, not bad. So I've seen better and worse of that. So
Yes.
there is some things like of maybe the lighting because you were a little overexposed there, and like there's some things you can tweak. But I've seen like Daniel's is really good, Corey's is really good,
and like that was me just literally turning it on and
it's impressive
having it go. And then so then this was inside of, I think this was weird. This was, I can't remember I have to figure out what the app was. But this was, I took the photo of Colette and Teresa and uploaded it. With the idea of like, you know how there's those gimmick deals where it's like, hey, take a photo of the living room and we'll make a walkthrough.
We'll make a whole like thing.
It's like,
for sure.
That ain't, I mean, it's like, okay, so we all know what Teresa and Colette look like. Now, to its credit, it got the studio pretty well. But it's like, that ain't them. Like, what? Where'd that come from?
Okay. They did pretty good on Teresa. Oh, no,
in the minute. And then all of a sudden, it turns into somebody else. And then they made Colette a brunette. Like, because my question there is, how did you get all of the gimmicks right?
Yeah, they did a good job with like the soundproofing
and then like here
and the
they added lighting.
Lighting that doesn't exist.
Right. They added lighting. They added a long table going a different direction. Even everything like, it's just bizarre. And that's the one I called the travesty clip.
Welcome to the outside.
And then that was okay. So that was Colette, and then I thought I did one with Smokey too, where it was like, no. So, but like that, it was weird in that it got so many things right. But like now, look, it put the Sony cameras on the table.
This is so connected to the microphone. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that at all.
I mean, like that is awesome.
Yeah.
There's a part of this where
it's funny because it can't see the cameras. They did a pretty decent job.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, no, they're actually in the photo.
The photo had the cameras in the background.
And to its credit, it took a iPhone photo from the actual perspective of the camera with one of the cameras showing and created all of that. It even got like coffee mugs. And there's a part of it where it's interesting because this is as bad as it'll ever be.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying. I was like, it's not getting worse.
Right. Right.
So.
And so I guess to sum all of that up, I would say the jury is out on many of the current AI gimmicks. Because that's the other thing. It's like we're in the land rush. You know, it's like the California gold rush where everybody, we got AI to do this, that, and the other thing. It's like, not really. It's the soup du jour.
I will say that a lot of the AI tools have fundamentally changed the way that I approach a lot of my problems. Usually on like the front end, like how I'm going to attack it.
Yep.
So I use it to synthesize information. I use it as a sounding board. I use it to create scripts and dialogues like agents. listing descriptions, video scripts, things like that. Very, very good at like helping with your like the front end work.
Yes.
Even if you're going to execute it on video or whatever. So
Right.
That has fundamentally changed and saved me a ton of time in just like writing, scripting, bouncing ideas off myself. Because sometimes my wife just doesn't want to hear it anymore.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah,
I love you, Kat, and she loves me too. But I get I'm a lot sometimes.
There's a saturation point.
Yeah, where she's like, I just don't care at all, like about this tool. And I was like, I get it. I wouldn't care either, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like you probably don't care about the finer, points of flight attending.
Yeah, I do not. I do not know.
Like, well, hey,
I'm
what's
not
going on in the
that.
galley?
Anyway, but it's cool. That flight attendant's a cool job. I would like to.
Oh yeah.
do that. But anyway,
Well, and so like for me, the Firefly AI with Adobe is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it worth, so I still used Lightroom every once in a while, like we were talking earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I use a lot of the AI enhance and everything as far as if I actually go out and take photos where I'm coming back and it's like, okay, make all the vertical, like I do all the stuff where you could never do it at scale, like with the verticals and the stuff, because usually I'm hauling ass, but there is something to be said for if you know what you're doing there, and then you actually are somewhat adept at post-production, it becomes where you can take and be a little bit faster, be a little bit more considerate of the folks on site, get out of their hair, go away, and then make everything nice. But you couldn't do that on 5 shoots a day.
No.
So I say all that to say that I already pay for the Adobe thing and we all use it or whatever.
Yeah.
So Firefly's baked into that. Thumbs up for Firefly.
I gotta go play with that.
Canva AI is meh.
I haven't used Canva AI very much at all. Are you using it to create like essentially like a template of your, like if you want to make a flyer or something? Like
I would love to, and I don't know, maybe I should go deeper into the rabbit hole where I would love for it. Like, okay, if I could give you the nice chain of events would be, let me get GPT to basically suss out all of my ideas, bullet point, format for a Word doc to be then cut and pasted into the Canva AI, like make that look cool.
Reformat this to
and it's and thus far the AI version of PowerPoint slides and all that, it comes back to the whole thing of there's always a dent.
Prezi was pretty good. I used Prezi.
Is that the Apple?
I don't know. I was testing out some like I basically use ChatGPT to help me build like the flow and the slide. Like like, here's all the data.
Exactly.
Make it make sense to present it to somebody. And then I broke it all down and I put it into Prezi and I was like, hey, make this visually appealing, essentially.
Yes.
And it did. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, and like, for example, if you were doing a CE class, so track, the rules are you have to have 50 minutes of class. And it's like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. Give me 50 minutes, break it down into 4 segments, break the segments down into times, and then you can go back through and go like, yeah, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, I'm not. So I would look at it like you said, where it's you get a head start. And you get the head start, and then you go back, and this presupposes that you know what you're talking about, or at least have an idea of what you're wanting to do, but you're able to edit because it gives you bulk. It will. That's the beauty of it. Its main function is to just give you shitloads of stuff, and then if you can wade through it, now you're talking.
Yeah.
And so then the other thing, captions. It's like
I've not used the captions app, and I'm gonna have to sign up. There's enough people. I'm a CapCut guy.
Oh yeah. See,
which does like basically all. I mean, I like CapCut. It's been a really great tool, and I use the desktop version.
Yes,
of
I have it.
as well.
I have it
It's
on the
very
Mac,
good.
and
I've been using that over Adobe Premiere and Final Cut Pro and like
Really?
all my other tools because it's just simple, and I can drop the transitions are a little easier to put in. The filters were a little easier to put in. It's more TikTok-y, right? Obviously, since ByteDance makes it.
Yes.
The
only thing I didn't like was I'd find a template that I liked, but it's only 7 seconds.
Yeah, so I got away from the templates because the templates are tough. Like you have to know exactly. You have to shoot to the template. You look at the template and they're like, okay, there's 36 images and it's 2 seconds, 0.3 seconds, 0.5 seconds, like, and you have to. Backing into a template on CapCut is very hard for me.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's people that can do it, but that's
I'm sure
tough
there's
for me.
13-year-olds out there that just
they just knock that out. But
but
that's tough for me. Usually I'm building from scratch. But it does. I just like the way it does a lot of like the motion graphics and the text and it's simple for me. It's Premiere is here, right? Say Final Cut Pro is here, and you've got like iMovie, and then you probably have like CapCut. But the functionality in CapCut for the usability is great.
and for the ability to
Yeah.
You know,
Well, like if I want to speed ramp something, like very easily saying like I want to speed ramp this, and it gives me like the speed ramp graphs, and I can like just like click it, and it shows me the speed ramp of that, and I can adjust the speed ramp really easily. Where before in like Final Cut Pro, you're like squishing and like you 2.5 times, and you're stretching this timeline, and trying to make it all match up. It just I don't know. They did a good job with the UI.
Well, and now I kind of want or hope, but also not, that they have a deal where, like, hey, just dump your, just dump all the goulash into the, or all the raw ingredients
into the meat grinder. And we'll kick out a sausage on the other side.
Pow, on the other end, but, well, I guess the real takeaway is AI is not really taking over just yet. Yeah. There's some cool stuff.
Stay tuned. Keep using it.
And the reason I went down the rabbit hole over the weekend was because we're doing the thing tomorrow. At KW Go, where it's the AI Summit, and there's a lot of just new stuff that's going to be thrown at us. So I'm very excited about that.
I will bring my notebook. It's going to be a really good.
And we're going to record it too.
Okay,
in house.
Yes,
for private use only. But dude, let's go. Let's go get it. Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. Happy Monday. Y'all take care.